neighborhood philosopher.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see who can claim Big Apple bragging rights. It's the New York Giants and the New York Jets, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
The bright lights of Broadway just to the east of us, and we are under the lights as well at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the New York Giants and their inner-city rivals, the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, it's always fun when we get these two New York teams together, but this year feels a little different. You know, these fan bases always a little fickle to say the least, but I would say optimism in both fan bases as we begin 2023.
And justified optimism, because you go back to last season, the Giants proved it on the field, got back to the playoffs, and they feel like they're only going to get better. As for the Jets, their optimism is because Aaron Rodgers is in town. That and a strong defense, they believe, will get them into contention in the AFC East.
Kicker Graham Gano set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So the new-look Jets ready to go on offense. And it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
After years of flirting with the idea, the four-time MVP finally found his way out of Green Bay this offseason, guiding himself to the Jets. We know he's already a Hall of Fame lock, but this is a chance to add one more crowning achievement to his resume.
First play and a first throw for Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And that's good for a pickup on 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon. And what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often, because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket and throws deep. That's when we're in big trouble.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Rodgers. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And complete right side to Cook. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Playing for his Giants career, Jones' best season as a starter didn't come with huge numbers as a passer. He was just the guy his team needed him to be, someone who could threaten the defense throwing it, and especially as a runner.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Design as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll run forward. Nice little juke. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's turned like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Ends in first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. One of the tight ends comes in motion. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That good for 22 and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. It's Wilson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going down of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Dancing to his left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Jones throwing on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones got a man open. It's Darren Waller. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys. You always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is following the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses will always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw again. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back to throw again. Looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
Got a man, that's Lazard. 23 yards the pickup there. And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. But once you get the fingers going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers.
And Lazard's got it again. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Lazard. As the first half is winding down. And the Jets have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up into this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to them a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Getting up a man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more aerator. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Jones.
This is caught, but they say out of bounds.
A little bit of first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
All right, Brandon.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break.
Downtown
as we'll get you down the coast of Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports
we
halftime
thought this
report.
one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire.
One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing the apple and complete. It's Campbell. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they thought they didn't have time or what the case was.
So in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's complete to Shepard. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Jones completes this again to Shepard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 1. Back to throw. Jones. The quick pass here has got Shepard. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A tackle by Quincy Williams.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now Jones to throw on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And it will be incomplete. The Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down.
Back-to-back incompletions. It was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Gano's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Automatic first down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Oh, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping in behind the line.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Another try for Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Jones now going to throw on third and goal. Touchdown Giants. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. Here's Hardman on the return. And they'll get him down inside with 30-27. Allen Lazard and the Jets set to go back on offense. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off. So you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays.
So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving miles. He's got a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. This throw is going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. 23 yards, the final tally.
This defense is certainly an outstanding second half. They'll just give up the first down there for the offense. They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson from 6 yards away. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tied football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Zerline now for the PAT. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. But this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing Jones. Here's incomplete.
They thought just dropping a lot of confidence after the last one. Maybe that was a touchdown. But incompletions on the first 2 throws hasn't been really good. They're trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Jones. Steps away to his left. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4.
Nice call on the defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Here's Hardman to return. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. And you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
A partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively. It may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
Yeah, this is taken at the 23. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory,
the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive. They helped themselves out.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll slide to him here. He's still a little shy of the first down marker.
Well, it looked like a quick hit, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Here's Jones. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They come up now on 2nd and 2. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 1st down. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Well, they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And the kick is good. Graham Gano connects as time expires. And the Giants win the football game. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people who can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field, How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even